You guys ready for more info on Village?
Ink Ribbon.
Before I get started, I just want to say that all of this information came from my friends over at Biohazard Declassified. They were the ones who first broke the story about the werewolves, and they've got the full article that it's going to have a lot more information than this video, so if you want to check that out, the link to that will be in the description. I'm just going to condense all of it into a nice chunk of information so that you guys don't have to sit through a 20-minute video, but let's get started with everything that I know. So from what I've gathered, the enemies are very reminiscent of the villagers in Resident Evil 4. These are like the normal enemies. They will have pale skin and rotten flesh, as well as tattoos on parts of their bodies. Some of them will also have armor and speak in a foreign language. Also, like Resident Evil 4, some of them are going to wield weapons like swords and axes, and also like Resident Evil 3 Remake, if they grab you, you are able to mash buttons in order to take less damage if they grab you. And there are also some enemies apparently with a sword that can kill you instantly, so that's awesome. Yes, there's going to be a merchant, sort of. There's this old woman in like robes, and she's been in like a couple screenshots here and there, and apparently she sells not only supplies but rumors, whatever that means. The merchant makes sense because just like Resident Evil 4, there is currency once again. This time it's Romanian lei. I think that's right, but that could signify that the game takes place in Romania. Just don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. So remember that bug lady from the trailer with the swarm of insects? Some people were saying that she's a witch, some people were saying other things, but apparently she has a name, and her name is Olga. Throughout the boss fight, she is going to send swarms of insects at you, and I guess you have to avoid them or kill them while you fight her. And then when she goes into the next phase, she turns into like this giant spider creature with really long limbs and shoots insects out of her butt, which pretty much confirms what a lot of people thought, is that she's like the new Marguerite. Although they said that when you defeat her, instead of calcifying the way that enemies did in Resident Evil 7, this time she's gonna turn into like goo, but she'll have a skeleton, so maybe it's a different strain of this virus or whatever, I don't know. According to sources, Capcom is going to drop a trailer in August with more information, and until then, we're just gonna have to wait. Please keep in mind that all of this information is from very early builds that were like playtest demos for feedback, specifically with the Resident Evil Ambassador program. So all of this could completely change by the time the game is out. So all of this information, just take it with a grain of salt. None of this is confirmed, and it could all change. But that's all I've got for you guys. And I'm excited, but I'm sure that you guys have some thoughts about everything. So I'd love to hear what you guys think about all of this information down in the comments. I will do my best to keep you guys updated of any new Resident Evil information on anything. And again, if you want to see the full article by Biohazard Declassified, that will be in the link in the description, as well as the podcast that they had me on. I had so much fun talking with those guys. They're on top of the Resident Evil news, and they're my new buddies, so check them out. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. Until next time, I'm Kai Morgan, and as always, thanks for watching Ink Ribbon. And a very special thank you to my bronze, silver, and gold Patreon supporters. Thanks to you, I can make videos without worrying about demonetization and grow my channel faster.